Game of Drones, the examination of extrajudicial killings of United States citizens abroad based on procedural due process rights. This video is based on the rhetorical analysis of the 29-page legal journal titled "Are Drone Courts Necessary? An Analysis of Targeted Killings of United States Citizens Abroad Through a Procedural Due Process Lens," and published in the Texas Review of Law and Politics Legal Journal. This debate all got started after the first United States citizen, Omar al-Awlaki, was killed by a United States drone strike on September 30th, 2011, in Yemen. The legal justification of killing a United States citizen without a trial was laid out in the Department of Justice's 16-page white paper that was leaked to the media and established 4 criteria. The article analyzes whether the judicial process is necessary before drone strikes can be authorized based on procedural due process rights guaranteed by the 5th and 14th Amendments of the United States Constitution. The key terms that are important to understand when reading this article are enemy combatants, the Department of Justice's white paper, procedural due process rights, and the political question doctrine. The government's legal justifications became more clearly understood when a 16-page white paper formulated by the Department of Justice, or DOJ, was leaked to the media in February 2013. The document identified 4 criteria that must be met to launch an attack on a U.S. citizen. The document identified 4 criteria required to launch an attack on a U.S. citizen. 1. The individual must be a senior leader of Al-Qaeda or an associated force. 2. Individual poses an imminent threat towards the United States. 3. Capture must be currently infeasible. And 4. The operation must be consistent with relevant law of war principles. Another matter that is important to know in order to understand the article is due process rights that are granted to American citizens that protect them from being ruled unfairly. The third key term is enemy combatants and can be examined from a historical or present-day perspective. When the government labels someone as an enemy combatant, they are no longer treated as a civilian and do not have the same rights, such as the right to a trial by jury. The last term is the political question doctrine. The court holdings in the following cases have shaped the legal composition of targeted killings in regards to the political question doctrine: the al-Awlaki versus Obama case and the El Shifa Pharmaceutical Industries Company versus United States case. Concerns that fall under the political questions doctrine are separation of powers, confidentiality concerns, and timeliness concerns. Separation of powers doctrine was established in the United States Constitution and establishes the executive branch as head of military affairs. The issue of the legality of targeted drone killings is a modern-day conundrum that has emerged in the age of technology. Of course, the need for legal constraints and judicial safeguards regarding unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, were virtually non-existent a few decades ago. This is where some scholars disagree, as well as the Obama administration, which legally justify the use of armed drones. They argue drones used for targeted killings are used as self-defense, as well as scholars who support drones in military strikes using ethical justifications, claiming collateral damage is reduced comparative to other forms of military strikes. While there are arguments on both sides, it is important research is done and the conversation moves forward. The United States continues to expand its drone capabilities, increasing their reliance on drone warfare. It is transparent that we must analyze whether additional judicial due process procedures should be put in place, and not simply left up to the president's unchecked discretion.